work.
There we go.
Does that work? Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, so my name is Taylor Johnson. I've been with Tri-City Volunteers, the local food bank now for close to 7 years. Just tell you a little bit about what we do. Some of you probably know that already, but we were actually founded in 1970 by a group of community members. They saw a need for better food security in the Tri-Cities. And that was around the same time. It was I think 1970 was an interesting time. I think Tri-City Homeless Coalition, which is now Bode Services, was set up then. A lot of nonprofits started around that time. So there was a kind of a great need at that time, I think. So, so just over 50 years, we were founded by Grace Draper, who was a local retired school teacher. And she started the agency in a very small store in Niles, I think. I think if you look on our website, we actually have she wrote a story about how she founded the agency, which is sort of quite fascinating, actually. So if you want to see that. So our mission really is very simple: to end hunger one nutritious meal at a time. And our vision is to create a food secure community for all. What we basically do is we provide low-income families with nutritious emergency food. About 60% of our food is fresh produce, so we're very proud of that. Currently, and things obviously changed during COVID, we have over 500 sort of families come and get food from us every day. So we're pretty large. We're one of the larger food pantries in Alameda County. And we distribute about 6 million pounds of food every year, which is about 5 million meals every year. So that's quite a lot of food. A lot of people ask us, where do we get our food? So a lot of our food comes twice a week. We get food donations come down from the county food bank. We also do daily pickups from local food donors like Whole Foods, Sprouts, and a number of other people. We do food grocery rescue. Although this slide says we have donations from Amazon, sadly we don't anymore. Amazon pulled the kind of plug on doing a lot of donations, which is kind of sad, but we're trying to work with them to get some of those things back, which included non-food donations like cleaning products, sort of household stuff, which was very useful for our clients. So we're kind of working on that. We get locally grown food. So we have a partnership with Leaf. I'm sure everybody knows Leaf. So they grow food for us, and that's really good. We're in talks right now with All In Eats about working with them, because they have, they're growing food down in Ardenwood. And so we're excited to be hopefully working with them next year to get some food that'll be grown, as well as increasing our daily food donation pickups. Basically, how do we feed the need? We do it in 3 different ways. We've got 3 programs. Currently, we do a drive-through pantry. This came about because of COVID. We're starting to look at next year to move away from that back to, so this way has been very efficient. People stay in their vehicles, they pop their trunk, we put the food in the back, so they don't get to choose the food, but we choose a very nutritious amount of food for them. It's been ideal when people felt that they didn't want, and we didn't want them to have a lot of contact with us, but things are starting to change. We're trying to figure out how we're going to operate in a world that's an endemic as opposed to a pandemic. So we're sort of working towards that. And we're trying to get back to our marketplace. This is what we did before COVID. So just like people used to come, they used to shop just like in a grocery store. Very cool. People would choose their own food. And we are working to do that back again at Joseph Street. We've already introduced it back again at our mobile pantry, which is probably one of our most successful programs, which we've been running for about 5 years now. So choice is back at mobile pantry. So Our vans, we've got 3 vans that were graciously donated throughout the community by different organizations, and they go to, I think there's more than you see on here right now, but there's we go to, I think, about 25 different sites throughout the Tri-City area. We just added a new site, which is Abode Services City Centre, that's low-income families. And we've just added the Fremont Adult School too. So I think we started that a couple of weeks ago. So we're adding sites all the time. We feed about 100 people within an hour, so it's very efficient. So that's what we're doing with Mobile Pantry. We also make snack and hygiene bags, and we partner with people like City of Fremont Clean Start, Bay Area Health. They come and pick up hygiene bags and snack bags, and we give those out to partners in our community to help unhoused people. So that's a great program too. We got some upcoming events, and very upcoming right now is that we've got in a couple of weeks' time, where this is the 2nd year we've partnered with Facebook. We're going to do a drive-through Thanksgiving event where basically it's boxes of really good organic food. We'll be giving out a protein and a plant-based option for the first time this year. So we're very excited about that. We're hoping next year we'll do this as an in-person event. And our other big event is on December the 22nd, which is our toy party, which for this year again will be a Toys in the Trunk event where people will drive through and we'll hand out toys. We're always looking for volunteers near that time to come and help wrap toys. And of course, we do toy and a gift card drive out in the community as well. So that's some of the very close future events. So, and that's me. If anybody wants to contact me or call, or if anybody's got any more questions. I try to keep it, Kathy, at 5 minutes. Did I do okay?
Pretty darn good.
Right.
Pretty swift there.
That's right. Yeah, I know. I usually get like 2/3 of the way through, and the moderator goes, "Come on, your 5 minutes are up." So
I would love for you to share the flyer with us so that we can get that out.
Sure.
Okay, for the toy drive or whatever flyers you have, please always.
Yeah, certainly. And I'll also send you. We do an end of year wrap up newsletter, which is really useful, so you guys can read it, see what we're doing, and you can send that out to people too if you like. It's a PDF.
That would be great because you serve so many. Good.
So, yeah. So thanks. So thanks for your support. And if anyone wants to come and see more, they are welcome to come visit, and even more welcome to come volunteer. Of course, we love to have people volunteer and give out some food and prepare some food. That's good. So thank you.
Very good, Taylor. Thank you so much. We will share this out.
Sharing here. Okay, stop sharing there.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you.
Pretty impressive. So I think with that, what we will do now is I'm going to hand it off to Tina, who is going to introduce our speaker.
Yes, I will. So this evening we have Dolly Parikh with us. She is the co-founder and chief design strategist at Aloki Design Studio, which is a full design agency, service agency delivering brand development, product experience, and digital communication. Her past experience, she has worked with PayPal, Apple, E-Trade, and other well-known brands. So as Dolly mentioned earlier, in case you were here with us from the very beginning, she is also an overseas volunteer for Better India's water security program. And she is doing a ton of other work here closer to home, including partnering with the Silicon Valley Social Venture Fund. She's going to be she is the president-elect 2022-2023 of the Rotary Club of Silicon Valley for Global Impact. We are here tonight because we are going to highlight her breath and meditation knowledge. And we are really looking forward, Dolly, to you sharing your knowledge. And if there's anything that I've missed here that you want to highlight, please, in your experience and your knowledge, please share that with us. So without further ado, we are welcoming Dolly.
Thank you so much, Tina, for such a wonderful introduction. I think the presentation with Tyler was very, very nice and touching, and gives us more opportunity to consider for more collaboration in Fremont itself. And I'm just so touched by meeting all the wonderful people and service-focused people in Fremont. So thank you for inviting me here and being part of this. So today, more than sharing my knowledge, let's kind of think of this as a way to learn a little bit about yourself. Okay, so we're going to take the next few minutes in learning more about ourselves, especially us as leaders for the nonprofits and little community work that we all do. There's nobody over here that is not taking on responsibility and offering themselves and their time for others, for the upliftment of others over here. And with that, there comes something called a burnout, isn't it? Like there is an element of a huge amount of stress that comes with it, because most of us in the nonprofit world or serving the community, the biggest challenges we have is that we work with very limited resources. Our hearts are so big and so wide that we are willing to consider the whole world as ours and trying to work towards it, which also, when we take on that kind of passion, it comes with this whole part about what can I be doing, and always feeling short of I could have done that, could have, should have done that, right? And that's the chatter that goes in our mind, isn't it? And that chatter is kind of a nature of our mind. The nature of our mind is to basically constantly going back to what could have, should have, or what I can be doing, right? So it is related to either regrets of what I could have been doing, or I could have done better, or it is about the anxiety, whether it is your Christmas holiday planning, it's about your Thanksgiving dinner plans, it could be about your budget planning for the coming year, meeting your fundraising goals. Did I reach out to all the donors that needs to be reached out to? Did I do enough, right? All that chatter that we carry with ourselves, isn't it? Now, please kind of respond or provide the feedback as necessary, yes, no, whatever. But here's the thing today. What I'm here to offer you is to say that just like other people would have told you, say, calm down, Kathy, calm down, Lisa, don't worry about it. Just take a deep breath. You're like, okay, fine, I'll take a deep breath. But does that really do anything? Were we taught in our school how to relieve ourselves of the stress and anxiety? We learned so many things, isn't it? But there was nobody, whether our parents or our school, that taught us how to relieve the stress and anxiety. Like, it's not like somebody could like literally pick it up and drop it, isn't it? But there is one thing that we've learned, is that just like when we are anxious and when we are stressed, our breathing pattern is quite shallow, isn't it? Isn't it? Have you noticed? It's like you just like breathing a lot deeper. But when you are by the beach or you're in a garden, what's the kind of a breath you have? It's a long, nice breath. A very relaxing breath, isn't it? So what we do is just like when our breath is shallow, when we are stressed, how can we turn it around? When we use our breath to manage our mind and our emotions. So let's experience it. I'm not going to go into the philosophical conceptual talk about it. So how about we try it out? Okay, is that okay? So everyone, let's kind of, I'm just going to show you and illustrate to you a very, very gentle breathing technique that is called the alternate nostril breathing, okay? And with that, I just take my right hand, my left hand is on my lap, relaxed. I sit back, I take my two fingers, put it on my temple, and my right thumb is on the right nostril, left two fingers are on the left nostrils, and we take a normal breath without closing any of the any of the nostrils yet. Take a normal breath in and breathe out. We close the right nostril. Breathe in from left. Close the left side. Breathe out from right. Breathe in from right. Close the right nostril and breathe out from left. Breathe in from left. Breathe out from right. Breathe in from right. And breathe out from left. Okay, we can relax. Any questions? If we have to do this for about 4 or 5 rounds, is that okay? Do you have any questions? So we'll just close.
I think I should have taken my antihistamine earlier today.
Are you feeling sneezy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You'll get used to it. Just kind of take the normal breath in properly first, and then we can do this. Okay.
And I was going to welcome you all. You can unmute if you would prefer to comment and engage. That's perfectly fine.
Yes, yes, please. Okay, so we'll start and we will do the entire cycle of breathing in from left, breathing out from right, again breathing in from right and breathing out from left. That is one cycle. We'll do it for 5 times and then you keep your eyes closed and I'll lead you into a meditation. Don't open your eyes. Okay? I'll guide you through that. Let's get ready. Sit comfortably and easily. Put your right 2 fingers on your temple. Take a normal breath in. Close your right nostril. Breathe in from left. Breathe out from right. Breathe in from right. Breathe out from left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Continue. And relax once you completed the round, keeping your eyes closed. Take a normal breath in and let go. As we get into the meditation, we will resolve on 3 things. I do nothing. I want nothing. And I am nothing. Take a deep breath in and let go. You can bring your hand down and relax. Listen to the noises around you. The sound of your computer, the heater, listen carefully to all the noises around you. Accept all the noises. Be in harmony with the environment. Take a deep breath in and let go. Become aware of your physical body. The body is a beautiful gift to you by nature. Love your body very, very dearly. Become aware of your feet, your legs, genitals, abdomen, stomach, chest, arms, face, the head, the whole body. The whole body. Take a deep breath in and let go. Become aware of your thoughts. Whether good thoughts or bad thoughts. Do not resist them. Be in harmony with your thoughts. Take a deep breath in and let go. Become aware of your feelings. whether pleasant or unpleasant. Accept the feelings as they are. You are peace. You are joy. You are love. Become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of the sensations in your body. Become aware of your environment. Take a deep breath in and let go. Very slowly and gradually, as you become aware of your body, your environment, whenever you feel ready, you may open your eyes. How does it feel? Now imagine if everybody in the world around us can feel like we are feeling right now, every single moment of the day. We just scratched the surface about how we can use our own breath to feel that calmness, to tap into our own self, which is peace and love and joy. Right? What about every child, every family, irrespective of their backgrounds, irrespective of where they come from, had this with them, this technique that they learn in a 3-day program with the sky breath meditation. And this is something that they can carry on with in the whatever work they do, right? So quickly, I know we are kind of short on time, but I'd like Anmol to play a quick video. And then by that time, you're probably more in a place to kind of share how you felt yourself. And if you have any questions, we'll be here. Anmol, if you can share the video.
We know that college-age students have a greater prevalence of mental health issues than any other age group. We also know that 60% of students report that they have felt overwhelming anxiety, and over 40% of students have reported feeling so depressed that they were unable to function.
I seriously feel that a lot of students here don't have healthy coping mechanisms to deal with stress, and then we just kind of like shove it under the rug.
The strategies that I use to manage the pressure points at Yale have varied. Usually I kind of don't manage them, but in general, like last semester, if I was overwhelmed by something, I would just kind of shut down.
We see students come in with so much burnout and stress and a very distracted mind, and that makes academics hard and social life even harder.
Instead of sitting down and doing what I needed to do, whether that be work or sports or going to the gym, I would find myself sort of moping around my room a little bit, becoming extremely distracted with social media.
Stress in my life was like, I would kind of have meltdowns night before a race or a big test because I wouldn't know how to handle it that well.
So that's why we launched this randomized control trial with around 200 Yale students. So what we did was have the students go through this 8-week intervention, and right before and right after those 8 weeks, we collected data on their psychological well-being, on measures of stress, anxiety, depression, burnout, life satisfaction, self-compassion, all of the different facets of well-being. We decided to evaluate 3 different empirically validated well-being interventions side by side compared to a control group. An emotional intelligence program, did mindfulness-based stress reduction, and finally we selected the Sky Campus Happiness Program.
So Sky, the Campus Happiness Program, is a comprehensive wellness program that addresses wellness and happiness from many angles, incorporating breath work, yoga, and deep meditation, as well as leadership and service learning, and also positive psychology. The core of the Sky Happiness Program is Sky Meditation.
Quite honestly, I was pretty skeptical going into it.
I've never really done breathing exercises. I didn't know that was a thing that you did with meditation. I just assumed meditation was kind of like sitting in a dark room and like trying not to think about anything.
I never really bought into meditation or yoga as a way to improve my well-being.
And then my thoughts about meditation and mindfulness started to change a little bit until we actually got to the Sky Meditation Retreat. I cannot believe, still to this day, how deep of a meditation I fell into.
But I didn't know how much of it was like your physiology, like how you control like the things inside of you, like with breathing, which I had no idea that you could even do that.
Sky Meditation immediately starts releasing stress from the nervous system and has a deep physiological effect.
I felt alive, I felt energized, I felt awake. I remember waking up after that Sky Meditation session. I cannot remember a day I was more productive.
Well, when I do the practice, I feel rejuvenated. My head is clear, I know what I have to do that day, and then it feels really good, like I'm full of energy.
Being equipped with the knowledge that I've gained from this class, like the different breathing techniques, has really helped me to de-stress and re-equilibrate myself. Like it's a dome around me. The stresses would come, but they would just bounce off the dome and they aren't as impactful, like they don't get to me.
I think I like come out of the breathing and the meditation as a happier, like more balanced person, which is something I did not expect at all. I'm just having a much better semester and I feel so much happier and like so much more stable. Like I come back to my suite and my roommates are like, why are you so calm right now? And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, guys, I don't know, I'm just enjoying life.
So I find that students end up practicing often daily because the practice feels so good. Their mental health and well-being feels so boosted.
I wake up and do my Sky Meditation routine, and it's really not a difficult program at all. I wake up and I'm ready to go for the day.
Rather than wait until students have mental health issues and then addressing that with therapy, medication, etc., why don't we teach students tools to take care of their well-being ahead of time? Why don't we take a preventative approach? What would it mean if students everywhere were equipped with these techniques and tools so that they can not only do well in school, but also learn to thrive in life?
So considering it's a crunch time, I'm not going to go to any spiel over here, but please feel free to ask questions. We have a fantastic program for even school and teens, and we have a family weekend course coming up in December. So Anmol has posted a link over there for anybody interested to know more. And I'm always an email away with any questions, but any questions you have for me right now, or even sharing your experience?
Well, first of all, I almost fell asleep before. Like, that was pretty good. And I often have trouble falling asleep, so I have to remember to do that. Is Sky the actual name of the meditation type?
Yes, Sky stands for a very unique technique called the Sudarshan Kriya. And so it is a Sanskrit word, and so it's an acronym for it. Yeah, and we have that program for kids starting at age 8 to 14, 14 to 18, youth and adults. So it's a wonderful program. It's a 3-day program taught over like 2.5 hours each day. So it's close to 7.5 hours. So it's just not that much. For 7.5 hours, you learn a breathing technique as well as take away home practice that stays with you for a lifetime. You build new community connections, as well as just a very different attitude towards life itself. So definitely encourage everybody to try it. I've gained from it. All of us can give testimonials if I don't want to bore you with it, but it has been life transformative, especially when running various initiatives with somebody like, we are driven by our passion with nonprofits, and we need that energy, the inner energy, right? It usually comes from our who are benefiting from this and the causes itself. But self-care is as important in the kind of work that we do. And this is what has been really the life savior for me.
That's why we really were really glad that you would join us tonight, Dolly, because we know that everybody who works and supports a nonprofit, they're always doing, they're always going. And if you're involved in one nonprofit, you're likely involved in more than one nonprofit. And you have a passion and a drive that sometimes makes you very tired. So this was exactly what I was hoping we would learn tonight, and we can continue to share this. I'm gonna probably our team will talk and see, maybe we can have not just the recorded, but maybe just the meditation piece where you're talking and working us through, so people can kind of feel, the peace that you get from what we just went through. I think that would be a really nice thing to share.
And I'm happy to offer this. One of the things, as Lisa did mention, right, that she fell asleep. But that's the difference between meditation and falling asleep. When you could hear my instructions, you are in that deep state of rest and yet a heightened state of focus. And that's what meditation, that's where it is different from sleeping. And about 20 minutes of meditation can give you enough sleep to catch up with about 4 to 6 hours of sleep. Yeah, it's really amazing.
That makes absolute sense. Any questions from anyone here? Any other comments?
I have a comment. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I have my to-do list every day, but as I'm sure it happens to all of you, we have our to-do list. I have customers coming in, vendors, employees, and at times it could get like that. And I don't give myself time. I don't give myself time to drink water. And I know that sounds awful. And I just think everything is urgent, and it isn't. but in my mind, everything is urgent. But thank you. I will remember you tomorrow. I'm gonna sit down.
And I think definitely feel free to sign up the forms that Anmol has shared, or even the link for the December course. Miraji announces the course. We literally have course every weekend or even during weekdays. So it's during different times of the day, whatever works for you. I seriously urge you, especially as leaders of the work that you do for the community and the amount of yourself that you offer to the rest of the people, I urge you to sign up and experience the 3-day course. Seriously.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.